Hello everyone, we are starting Northeast SLET Chemistry PYQ series. So in this series, we are going to discuss chemistry previous year question. Along with that, we will also discuss paper 1. So in this session, I am going to discuss physical chemistry previous year question 2023. So let's begin the session. The first question that we have, list 1 gives some simple molecules and list 2 gives their symmetry point groups. Match list 1 and list 2 and select the correct answers from the code given below. So, yate list 1 molecules bur dia ase aru list 2 amar point group bur dia ase. So, what we have to do is that we have to take the molecules and we have to find out the point group. So, first molecule, jitu amak dia ase, it is BF3, boron trifluoride. Now if I talk about the geometry of boron trifluoride, it is trigonal planar. Okay, now we have to find out the symmetry element that is present in this molecule. So we know that identity element sobote present thake, sokolo molecule ote identity element present thakiboi. Now, we have to find out the principal axis of symmetry. Yate jodi ami principal axis of symmetry kotha patu, tetia ami sam je yate duta dhornor axis of symmetry ase. Eta to hol C3 axis, jun to a boron or faledi pass hobo. From this boron, it will pass and we have to rotate the molecule in 120 degrees. So, yate eta C3 axis ase. Along with that, you are going to observe that yate C3 axis or logot tinita C2 axis u present ase juntu boron aru fluorine or through pass hobo. So yate ami keneke decide korim je yar symmetry axis of symmetry kuntu hoy, principal axis kuntu hoy, hetu hoy C3, because whenever we talk about the principal axis of symmetry, we will have to see that the axis which pass through the less number of atom will be the axis of symmetry. So yate amar C3 axis to hoy axis, principal axis of symmetry. So yate ami sam C3 principal axis of symmetry, along with that tinita C2 axis of symmetry yate present ase. ঠিক আছে, so jetiao C3 principal axis or hoite aru perpendicular C2 axis present thake, ami gom paam je hetu point group D hobo. ঠিক আছে, along with that, now we will find out the plane of symmetry. Yate plane of symmetry kotha jodi ami kou, yate horizontal plane of symmetry eta ase, along with that yate vertical plane of symmetry tinita ase. Now ami vertical aru horizontal to keneke decide korim je etu vertical hoy ne etu horizontal hoy. To hetur karone ami sabo lagibo principal axis of symmetry. Jun to principal axis of symmetry perpendicular hoy ase plane, hetu plane ok ami kom sigma h, horizontal plane of symmetry. Aru junbur planes principal axis of symmetry hoite parallel hoy ase, heiburok ami kom sigma v, vertical plane of symmetry. Yate tinita vertical plane of symmetry ase, and hence the point group for this molecule will be D3H. So molecule A karone 4 to correct hoy. ঠিক আছে, so আমি যেহেতু গম পালো BF3 point group to D3H হয়, তো আমি অপশনক চাই এলিমিনেট কৰি কেনে আমি গম পাব পাৰো যে অপশন C2 কারেক্ট অপশন হবো, কিন্তু আমি তথাপিও ডিসকাস কৰিম যে বাকিবোৰৰ পইণ্ট গ্ৰুপ আমি কেনেকে পাইছো। ঠিক আছে, সো সেকেন্ড মলিকিউল যোনটো আছে হেতু হল NF3। এটা NF3 যদি কথা আমি কও, তেতিয়া NF3 মলিকিউলৰ শেপটো হল trigonal pyramid aru yar geometry to hol tetrahedron. So yate jodi ami axis of symmetry kotha ko, ami sam je ami dekhim je yate okol eta axis of symmetry ase juntu principal axis of symmetry hobo. So jodi ami a2 axis of dhori ami molecule to rotate koru in 120 degree, you are going to observe that you will get the same molecule. So a2 amar C3 to hol amar principal axis of symmetry. Aru along with that, if we plane pass, we will if we pass a plane parallel to this C3 principal axis of symmetry, then we will also get the same molecule. So that means what? Along with the C3 principal axis of symmetry, amar yate tinita sigma v plane ase. Aru ami janu hokolo molecule ote identity element to thakiboi. Thik ase? So yate jodi ami sao, yar point group to hobo C3V. So NF3 karone option list 2 option 2 hol 3 C3V, NF3 to hol C3V. Aru etia ami sam molecule number 3. Thik ase? Molecule number 3 to hol BF3. Alright, so we have got BF3. Aru BF3 shape to ki hobo? BRF3 shape to T shape. Right? And its geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. Okay, so ami yar shape or uporot ami yate symmetry element pass kori. So yate jodi ami symmetry element pass koru, ami sam je yate ami eta C2 plane pass koribo paru. Thik ase? So amar symmetry element er hoite eta C2 axis of symmetry ahi gol. Along with that, you're going to observe that if we plane a pass parallel to this BRF A2 sided, eneke jodi ami plane eta pass koru, then also this is a plane of symmetry. So yate eta sigma v plane ase. Along with that, if we take all the atoms, BR all the 3 atoms in one plane and pass a plane through this molecule, then we will also get the same molecule only. So that means what? Yate duta sigma v plane ase. Karon duyuta plane axis of symmetry hoite parallel hoi ase. So ami yate sam je ei duta plane sigma v hobo. And yar point group to ki hobo? C2V. So BRF3 will be C2V. Aru yate fourth molecule to amar ki ase? Fourth molecule to hol xenon tetrafluoride. Aru xenon tetrafluoride or shape to kotha jodi ami ko a square planar shape or thake. So yate ami keneke axis pass korim? Symmetry axis through this xenon molecule. Okay, and if we rotate the molecule in 90 degree, you are going to get the same molecule. So that means what? Yate eta C4 axis ase. Along with that, yate sarita C2 axis present ase, which will be perpendicular to this principal axis of symmetry. And along with that, we have got sigma V plane. Okay, and along with that, we have also got sigma H plane for this molecule. So ami janu jetiao principal axis of symmetry hoite perpendicular C2 axis thake, tetia point group to yar D hoy, aru since yate sigma H ase, so we will focus on sigma H. So it will be D4H point group. So xenon tetrafluoride or karone 2. So ami dekhilu je option C2 correct option hoy. Okay, so the question 2 states that the staggered configuration of ferrocene belongs to the point group option A, B, C and D. Which option will be the correct option? Okay, so now yate ki koa ase? Staggered ferrocene or kotha. Thik ase? So ami janu je ferrocene ot iron thakibo and we will have in this way. We are talking about the staggered conformation, right? So it will be just opposite. The two ring will be opposite to each other. It will be in staggered conformation. Okay, now you will have to remember that jetia staggered conformation or kotha ami ko, heibur molecule hodai D and D point group or hoy. Okay, jetiao ami staggered conformation or kotha patim, tetia ami gom pabo lagibo je the point group of the molecule will be D and D. Aru jetiao ami eclipsed molecule etar kotha ko, tetia tar point group to hodai D and H point group hoy. Thik ase? Now yate ami janu je yate 5 ta atom ase. So yate axis of symmetry kotha jodi ami ko, here axis of symmetry will be C5. Okay, aru a molecule to staggered configuration or hoy, so here conformation, or we can say, so here point group to D5D hobo, D5D. So from the option we can see that option D will be the correct option. Okay, so question number 43 states that match the item of list 1 with those of list 2 and identify the correct answer from the codes given below the list. Okay, list 1 of molecules and ions bur dia ase aru list 2 symmetric point group bur dia ase. So yate ami same thing, we have to do the same thing. Yate ami molecule to lobo lagibo, molecular structure to draw koribo lagibo, and we have to find out the point group. ঠিক আছে, so first thing we are observing that option here D molecule to jetio ami kotha ko, D molecule to nickel CN4 2 negative. Okay, so here geometry to ki hobo square planar, right? And we have already discussed that jetio square planar geometry eta ase aru a molecule to symmetrical molecule hoy. So here point group to ki hobo, here point group to ami jodi yate axis of symmetry eta pass koru, C4 axis of symmetry will be there, and along with that C2 axis of symmetry will also be there, right? So that means what? Here point group to hobo D4H, and we have already discussed about the square planar molecule. Okay, so D molecular karone 2 number to correct hobo. Okay, now option B to zetia B molecule to zetia ami sam teta B molecule to CCl4, and we know that CCl4 is tetrahedral, right? The geometry to tetrahedral hoy aru e eta CCl4 eta symmetrical molecule hoy, and hence we are going to observe that the symmetry point group for CCl4 will be tetrahedral, so B to 4 hobo. ठीक है. Similarly, if I talk about the molecule A, CH2, Cl2, ইয়াকো যদি আমি ড্ৰ কৰো, ইয়াৰো geometry-টো tetrahedral হয়, কিন্তু molecule-টো symmetrical নহয়, ঠিক আছে. তো ইয়াতে যদি আমি axis of symmetry pass কৰিব বিচাৰো, then we will have to pass a C2 axis of symmetry in this way. Here from this carbon, a axis of symmetry will pass. If we rotate the molecule in 180 degree, then you are going to get the same molecule. So yate eta C2 axis of symmetry ase junto yar principal axis of symmetry hoy. Aru similarly eta parallel to this principal axis of symmetry jodi ami eta plane pass koru, then also the plane will cut the molecule into 2 equal halves, and hence there will also be a 2 sigma V plane. So hence the point group for this molecule will be C2V. So it will be C2V. Okay, so the correct option that we have A carne 3, B carne 4, and we have got D carne 2. So option C will be the correct option, right? And B6H6 2 minus of carne, the symmetry point group will be octahedral. Okay, so the next question says select the correct answer, the point group of the molecule SF6. Aru yate ami same thing we have to do, SF6 molecular ami geometry, SF6 molecular ami structure to aki lobo lagibo. So we know that SF6 molecule will have octahedral geometry, and hence SF6 molecular amar point group 2 hobo octahedral. This is very symmetrical in nature. This molecule is very symmetrical, and hence this will have octahedral point group. Okay. Now the next question that we have is that match the item of list 1 with those of list 2 and identify the correct answer from the codes given below the list. List 1 is given for the molecules and ion, and list 2 is for symmetry point groups. Okay, so yate ইয়াতে molecule A to দিয়া আছে CH4 আৰু আমি জানো যে CH4 is tetrahedral in nature আৰু এই molecule টো বহুত বেছি symmetrical হয় so ইয়াৰ point group টো as you can see your point group to hobo tetrahedral okay and if I talk about CHCl3 now if I draw CHCl3 you are going to observe that this molecule this geometry will be tetrahedral only but the molecule is not symmetrical as CH4 is as methane molecule is so yate ki hobo Cl Cl and we have got Cl. So yate ami eta C3 principal axis pam thik ase and along with that we will get 3 parallel planes which will cut the molecules into 2 equal halves and hence we will get 3 sigma V plane. So yar point group to hobo C3V. So option molecule D karne the point group will be 1 so yate ami option jodi sao for A it is 2 for A it is 2 for D it is 1 so option A will be the correct similar to that ami naphthalenor karone ulabu paim in this way what we will do we can pass one axis in this way and another axis in this way okay so yate ami sam je another axis in this way juntu yar through it pass hobo through this okay let me change the color through this so if we rotate the molecule in 180 degree then we will get the same molecule so this axis which is passing through this point this axis will be known as the C2 which will be the principal axis of symmetry and hence perpendicular to this axis we are having another axis right we are having two more axes so 2C2 axis and hence this will belong to D point group and along with that here we have also sigma H plane so if we have a plane if we pass a plane in this way so it will cut the molecule into equally and hence this will also have sigma H okay so the point group for this molecule will be D2H so yeah the naphthalenor karne 3 will be the correct answer and similarly PTCl4 or karne ami samje for this D4 will be the correct answer okay because PTCl4 of course it will have a square planar geometry and then we have already discussed jetia square planar geometry hoy aru molecule to symmetrical hoy tetia tar point group to D4H hoy thik ase so option A is the correct option so ami yare last question to discuss korim so last question is that match the following item of list 1 with those in list 2 and indicate the correct match from the codes given below so list 1 not yate prolit symmetric top then we have got spherical top then we have got asymmetric tops and oblique symmetric tops were given ase aru list 2 amar molecules bor dia ase so first molecule junto list 2 dia ase hetu hol H2O ঠিক আছে so if we talk about H2O আমি চাও যে H2O molecule টোৰ যেতিয়া আমি point group ওলাও তেতিয়া আমি ইয়াতে চাম যে ইয়াতে C2 axis এটা পাস হ'ব ঠিক আছে then we will have sigma V plane in this way and another sigma V plane will pass through this oxygen molecule so yate C2 principal axis of symmetry ase duta sigma V plane ase and identity element to hokolu molecules ote present thake so yar jetia ami point group to ulao tetia C2V will be its point group right aru jetiao ami sao je CN axis of symmetry to zetiao at a molecular axis of symmetry is less than or equal to 2 then you're going to observe that that kind of molecule is called asymmetric tops so option C logot C list থকা asymmetric top to hobo amar H2O molecule. Similar to that, whenever we talk about spherical top, as the name is suggesting, it to at a spherical molecule hoy. ठीक আছে सो আমি সকলোত সে সবচেয়ে বেছি symmetrical molecule এটা লব লাগিব যোনটো spherical tops অত হ'ব যোনটো spherical top হ'ব ঠিক আছে সো আমি লিস্ট 2 ৰ পৰা বাছি উলিয়াম যে সবচেয়ে spherical সবচেয়ে symmetric element কোনটো হয় সবচেয়ে symmetric molecule কোনটো হয় যোনটো হল CH4 so CH4 will belong to option B which is the spherical top আৰু আমি ইয়াতে অপশন নম্বৰ 1 molecule A যোনটো দিয়া আছে হেতু দিয়া আছে prolate symmetric tops and option D দিয়া আছে oblate symmetric tops right যেতিয়া আমি prolate symmetric tops ৰ কথা কও তেতিয়া আমি মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব যে prolate ellipsoid ৰ কথা যেতিয়া আমি কও তেতিয়া হেতু দেখিবলৈ এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ আৰু oblate ellipsoid ৰ কথা যেতিয়া আমি কও তেতিয়া হেতু দেখিবলৈ এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ সো মনত ৰাখিবা যে যোনটো মলিকিউল দেখিবলে এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ হ'ব হি বিলং কৰিব prolate symmetric tops ৰ আৰু যোনটো মলিকিউল দেখিবলে এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ হ'ব then that molecule will belong to oblate symmetric top and if I draw the molecule CH3Cl hetu belong কৰিব prolate symmetric top because the molecule will look like this right Now, oblate symmetric topos kotha ami jetia ko junmur molecule planot thake for example BCl3 eta planote thakibo right for example benzene eta planote thakibo so this kind of molecules belongs to oblate symmetric tops okay so yate jodi ami option bor sao A karone hobo 4 A karone hobo 4 so option C will be the correct option thank you